G'day and welcome to another episode of Kiwi Car Life, and my long-time viewers might remember that back in the day I used to have a DC5 Integra Type R and I loved almost everything about it. It had an amazing engine, fantastically short gears and handled absolutely phenomenally. But it had one unfortunate fatal flaw, and that was the seats. Don't know what it was about them, but they just gave me serious back problems, and in the end it got to the point where I was constantly stretching like this and doing all this sorts of stuff, and in the end I just had to sell the car. So I bought this absolute masterpiece of a comfort machine. And don't get me wrong, it's a very good car, but I always sort of missed the more exciting driving dynamics of the DC5. So I threw some lowering springs and some sticky tires at it to make it handle like the DC5, and then I gave it a tune and a short ram intake and some exhaust and headers to make it sound as good as the DC5, and now it's time to make it go like one too. Now, while the CL9 transmission is one of the greatest feeling gearboxes that I've ever used in my entire life, it has one fundamental flaw, and that is that when you get moving and you go to change from first to second gear, the wheels just completely die, and then you're waiting for it to gird its loins again and get moving because the first to second change is just outrageously long. And while the long gears aren't the end of the world at sort of normal day-to-day speeds, once you start to get up to sort of higher motorway speeds, you just really start to notice that it just kills all the fun. Like, here we go, first gear. It's just dropped from like 8,000 to like 4,500 RPM. However, there was good news, ladies and gentlemen, because as you're going to see very soon, a DC5 Gearset well and truly solves that problem. But first, let's see what kind of 0 to 100 time I can do on the stock Gearset. So there we go, with the stock Gearset I managed to do it in 6.6 seconds, which to be honest is actually pretty darn good. But with shorter gears, I imagine we will see quite the improvement. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen, the Type R Gearset. Is very much installed, and oh my goodness, what a difference. And the question on all of you guys' mind, no doubt, is what difference has it made to the 0 to 100 times? So let's have a look at that right now. So there we go. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Now that we have the Type R gear ratios, this family sedan with a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine was capable of doing the 0 to 100 sprint in 5.8 seconds. And when you drive it now, you can see how, because this thing is so amazing to drive. And just for driving around town now too, it's just so much better. You just want to do a quick little 1-2, you know, first gear. You can, and it just enjoys it. And you change gears so much more often because the revs are actually moving. If you watch the speedo here, I'm going to put it in 3rd gear. So it, like, not even in VTEC yet, and just look at the way the speedo climbs. 80, 90, 100 and more. Out here on the twisties you notice a massive difference too, because second gear is so much shorter than it was before. Out of corners it just absolutely takes off like it never really did before. Now I know there are probably a lot of people that are going to ask why I didn't install an LSD, and truth be told I just don't really feel like it needs it. You know, you can go foot flat out of a corner, and sure, you get a little bit of chirp from the inside wheel, but it's not exactly just tearing the tyres up. Out of here. It's perfectly capable of putting its power down. So therefore, if you can find a gear set and you have a place that can install it for you, or you know how to do it for yourself, I would absolutely recommend getting a Type R gear set for your Accord Euro. It just makes such a massive difference to the driving dynamics of the car, and what I've basically ended up with now is a K24 UOR. Now you'll probably be aware that there's quite a number of Type R gear sets that you could put into your Accord UO. So here's a quick rundown. Alrighty, so these are all the cars that have the 6-speed short ratio K-series transmission. And if you look at the gear ratios, you'll see that they all have the same first, second and third gear ratios. Now where they differ slightly is in 4th, 5th and 6th. You'll see the JDM EP3 Civic Type R and DC5 Integra Type R have a slightly shorter 4th, 5th and 6th gears, with the USDM Civic SI having a slightly longer 6th gear. Alternatively, the FD2 is the only car to use the shortest 5.1 final drive, with all the rest using the 4.7. Now when you compare these ratios to my Accord, you notice that the stock ratios are completely out of whack. First gear is even shorter than the Type R ratios. From then on out, every gear ratio, especially second, is significantly longer than all the rest, which makes it so frustrating to drive. And then you add the even longer 4.3 final drive, and it's a recipe for extraordinarily long gears. So by installing the DC5 gearset, we got a slightly longer first, much shorter second through fifth, and we kept the stock long 6th gear. And one final bonus of sticking with the 4.3 final drive is that it'll make it to 100 in second gear, ideal for 0 to 100 times. And from what I've been told, they're all interchangeable, so any one of these gear sets should work fine. Except that mine doesn't. Unfortunately, somewhere along the way, something wasn't quite put in right, and so when you put it in 6th gear, which obviously is the stock Accord 6th gear, all the others are the Type R ones, it goes in perfectly fine. However, as soon as I tap the throttle, it immediately pops out, and I don't know what's causing it, but it just refuses to stay in 6th gear. It won't hold even the tiniest little bit of throttle. Look, it just pops out. I barely even tap the throttle. But yeah, if anyone has any ideas of why it won't stay in 6th gear, if you could let me know in the comments, that would be really helpful. But otherwise, I'm really happy with it. It's absolutely insane how fast it is. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Kiwi Car Life. And I talked quite a lot about my old DC5 Integra in this video, so if you want to go and see my review of that car, then click over here. And if you want to see me installing the headers on this car that make it sound like this through a tunnel, then click over here, and I will look forward to seeing you again next time.